Stacy from Let's Cook Y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're really glad you're here. We hope you like what you'll see and you'll hit that red subscribe button. For all of our returning subscribers and viewers, the same applies. Welcome. We are really glad you're here. This video is a wrap-up of sorts from our January Pantry Challenge. We hosted 2 features in our channel in January, and I have now learned that it is not the best thing to combine a pantry challenge, which has a lot of processed food in my pantry, with a healthy eating challenge. So we won't be trying that again. We will separate those in the future. And I do plan to do them both again in the future. They were both moderately successful, the pantry challenge much more so. And the focus of this video is to wrap up the pantry challenge. I did delete the footage that I recorded of our pantry before, but I will link in an iCard above the video where I showed the pantry and our freezer before. And I'm going to show you now what our pantry and freezer looks like. I'm also going to show you a printed copy of some meals that I had sketched out, which ones we did and which ones we have left. I hope that this challenge we hosted in January has helped inspire you to cook more from your pantry and freezer. I know it has with me. It was a really good success. It's something I plan to now incorporate at least 2 times a year. So I call this one a success. I hope y'all all enjoyed it. So I wanted to give you guys an updated look at our pantry now that the pantry challenge is open for the month of January. Tim said he couldn't see a difference. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to take this as my Trader Joe's haul. It was not in the pantry when we started the month, and even though I did buy this big box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it was free because of our cereal giveaway. And these giant size boxes won't fit the entire box at one time in my OXO containers. But I'll give you a quick look. I think if you remember the video, or I'll link it, go back and check it, the floor was completely full to overflowing. There's several things off this shelf. There's a big space in the back. This was actually bought this month for Tim, and he hasn't opened it yet because we haven't been eating as much salads and eating nearly as healthy as I thought. This is the Pepperidge Farm stuffing mix. I only used half the bag, making the crock pot chicken and stuffing. I still got a couple other items I need to work on, including that jar of sauerkraut, some caramel topping, and also some Kalamata olives. I'm gonna need to do a Greek dish. This is something I always keep on hand. Tim likes the Ortega taco sauce. I always keep flour, sugar, brown sugar. We are probably gonna work on the tacos this week. This shelf is where you can see the most difference. This little riser used to be full. This area was full and stacked. These are most of my tomato products. I will always keep a lot of those. It was much worse, as was the riser that I used for my canned beans and vegetables. The top 2 shelves, you won't see any difference because these are things I always keep on hand. My top shelf has things like grains, steel cut oats, lentils, rice, noodles, pasta. So I always have some of that on hand. I have made a dent in it, and there's a basket in the back that has dried beans. And I'm actually completely out of pinto beans. This shelf is also always well stocked. This is all of our cereals and all the things we need to make oatmeal and bake with and things in the morning, including my flax and our oats that we buy from Sam's. So Tim says he can't see a difference. I see a huge difference. Yes, it is still well stocked, which is why we're continuing the pantry meals on into the month of February. I still have a box that's about half empty of Crispix cereal mix, and I'm looking for ideas. If anyone has used this in any kind of a trail mix or cereal mix, let me know. I need to use that up somehow. And I've still got these items that I probably just need to throw away that were Kroger Free Friday downloads that are sitting in here taking up space that probably will not get used. And another thing I didn't point out is I have a package of dirty rice mix, which is a very southern thing where we live, and it just needs some meat, so that will also be a pantry meal coming up. We have a big freezer out in our garage, and we also have something that is fondly known as the Sam's shelf, which holds things like paper towels, toilet paper, large things of laundry detergent, refills, Bona, Shout, things from Sam's, and large things that I fill up all my little bottles on the inside, as well as little used appliances like my bread maker. That's my ice cream maker in the back, things like that. And Tim's got a few things out here. We've got crawfish platters, extra plates and stuff for when we have parties, garbage bags, and air conditioner filters. But we do have a large freezer. For the first 18 or 19 years we were married, we had a freezer that had to be defrosted, and it finally nearly died. So we bought a new frost-free one. I know you can't tell that it's a lot different, but it is a lot more cleaned out than it used to be. It was really stuffed. If you look at the last video, real quick, I have used the ham bone but not the turkey carcass. The reason it doesn't look cleared out is because I have what I call filler in here to keep the freezer colder. I put things in here like my extra ice cream thing, bags of ice. There's a giant bag of ice down here. This is actually a pizza that was bought in February, so that's new. That'll come out. There will always be things like this in the freezer. Sausage biscuits for Tim to have in the mornings before he goes to the golf course. Big bags, big packages of turkey sausages or sausage patties to have with all of our breakfast food. But believe it or not, I did actually make a really good dent in it. And then I also have a lot of the whey from, that's what this is, whey from making yogurt, and a lot of my Amish friendship bread starter, which is still in here that I'm not sure I'm going to get to. Also cleaned off a lot in the door. No, it doesn't look like it. Tim says he can't see that much of a difference, but I can. But let me. The Pantry Challenge meals in January were a success as far as I'm concerned. This is the original list that I started with in my, what my mama would have called chicken scratch. So this is real world. This is YouTube world, which means I typed it up so you guys could read it. This document will also be at our blog and website, and I'll have a link below as well as a link to the playlist of all the challenge meals. They are in no certain order. I can go over them and show you what I made and what I've got left. Some of the meals that we did get to in no random order. The very first one I had sketched out, we didn't even get to, which is red beans and rice. We did use the last chuck roast that I had in the freezer. Chuck roast I usually either do with potatoes and carrots, or I take it and make a French dip. I did not get to the chicken and dumplings. I have a package of the frozen Mary B dumplings. That's an easy meal I will save for another time. I always have chicken in my freezer. I had 3 big pieces of meat. I did get 2 of them. We took a turkey breast to a family get-together, and I made a soup with the ham bone. I've still got to make some kind of a turkey and noodle or turkey and orzo soup with the carcass. That's left from Thanksgiving, so I do need to get to that. We have used all the wings that we had, so those are gone. We use those for football games. Still got some fries left. I still have pulled pork left in my freezer from Christmas that we will do sandwiches, nachos. I've also got some more sausage and hot dogs out in the freezer. We did use some of those, but I've got at least 1 package of each left. We opened up and did not like the Kroger turkey meatballs. We ate about half the bag and I chunked the rest of it. I do not like to throw away food, but I also do not like food that does not taste good. We do not have spaghetti very often. I will go back to making either my crock pot meatballs, which I'm going to do this week, or I have another recipe where I make them up and bake them in the oven, so I will go back to that. I've got a dirty rice mix in the pantry that I showed you that I did not get to. I always have the makings for fettuccine or penne Alfredo. I still have a jar of Alfredo sauce I didn't get to. I've got chicken and shrimp that I can grill and top with it, and I also have filmed, and I've not shared, a homemade Alfredo sauce that is a low-fat recipe that I hope to share soon. I'm still working on that very large bag of cheese raviolis from Sam's. We've done 2 or 3 meals out of the bag. For the 2 of us, that bag probably had 4 meals in it. So I'm still working on that. We had chili with Fritos. We've had cheesy turkey joes, and I can still do sloppy joes. We've had white chicken chili a couple times. I did use the package of Krusty's honey cornbread mix, which I did like and would purchase again. I used the last flank steak I have in my freezer, so I'm completely out of that. If you hear my wind chimes, it's because I'm out on my screened porch. I made a small dent in the very large bag of Bob's Red Mill steel cut oats. I fixed a batch a week and had them for my breakfasts, and I will take a week or 2 break from that and get back to that. I did use half of the bag of Pepperidge Farm stuffing mix to make that crock pot chicken and dressing. I'll probably use the rest of the stuffing mix for tuna cakes soon. We ate the full-size Freshetta pizza. We have a pizza half left, which I've showed this product before. It works well for the 2 of us. So if you're cooking for 1 or 2, I like this Farm Rich product. The pizza is cut in half and you can only take out a half at a time. I did make the hoisin buns. I took one too many shortcuts and made it different using canned chicken. They were not quite up to my standards like they are. I will do these again, and we'll try to film them and share again because we did have several requests for those. I have one last package of chicken tenderloins in my freezer that I was going to make into panko chicken strips, and I've not done yet. So I'll have another box of store brand or Annie's mac and cheese. If I get to it this weekend, we're going to make the 4 beans and sausage. We did like and really enjoy. Unfortunately, that product is no longer available at our Sam's, that ramen noodle kit that I did it in the Instant Pot. I always have the stuff on hand to make chicken crescents and tomato soup. We did have tomato soup and grilled cheese one night, but I've got, I think, 2 cans left of tomato soup. This video should air on Wednesday, and we should be having these meatballs tonight. I used the last bit of some cubed ham I had in the freezer to make a potato soup. I made the broccoli cheese soup using the Velveeta I had in my pantry and some frozen broccoli. I cooked the last of my pork chops, so I will be buying those again soon. I did not make ranch chicken burgers for Tim to grill, which I love, nor did I get to the chicken pot pie. I've still got pie dough in my freezer, chicken and frozen vegetables. I used 2 cod fillets to make some panko air fryer cod, and I hope to do that again either this weekend or next week. I did make barbecue chicken rice bowls. Y'all will see that soon in a What's for Dinner video. That was actually last night. I still have this box of Cheddar Bay biscuits from Laird Lobster to pair with some entree. I did not make my crock pot turkey chili, which I always have the ingredients for on hand. We made taco salad, but since I did so many quinoa dishes, I'll show you in a minute, I spared Tim in the month of January and did not make lentil tacos, which I also have a video, and I have not shared that yet. Nor did I make enchiladas using the last bag of Morningstar crumbles in the freezer, so I need to get to that soon. I've got a whole package of chicken sausages from Sam's that we did not even touch, and I have a new recipe. I want to try to make goulash with ground beef and some pasta that I have in the pantry in the Instant Pot. I did make some chicken salad for lunches that I've been enjoying. So we did really good with the pantry challenge. We were not quite as successful with the Healthy New You, although I did do at least one a week. We did the Mexican quinoa, the sun-dried tomato and artichoke quinoa. I did try that recipe for black bean cakes, and it would need a little work. Tim would eat them again, but would probably protest a little bit. I really enjoyed the peachy balsamic chicken, and we've shared that. I would do it again and just do it over rice, not couscous. Tim is not real fond of pairing fruit, pineapple, peaches, other things with his meat, but he will eat it. We had a couple of big salads with grilled chicken and also a taco salad. So those are some pantry meal ideas. Like I said, I will have this document at our website. I'm also tossing around an idea of doing some other videos or blog posts at our websites for meal ideas using certain ingredients. So if that's something you're interested in, drop us a comment and let us know. I know a lot of people are always looking for ideas with common things like chicken, ground beef, sausage, things like that. We are a carnivore family. I don't have a whole lot of ideas that are vegetarian or vegan, but we do cook with a lot of meats, and I do try to make the meals as healthy as I can with vegetables, salads, and fruit and sides. So that's going to wrap up our pantry challenge for the month of January. I hope you've enjoyed this video and a peek inside the end of our pantry and freezer, and some meals that we did and some meals that we still have lined up that I plan to continue into February. As always, thanks so much for stopping by our channel, Let's Cook Y'all. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe if you hadn't already. I'd say it every video, but I do truly mean it. I hope you have a wonderful and truly blessed day. We have been richly blessed by God and hope to share a bit of that through our videos with you guys. See you in the next video.